So we are in Ecosa, we are eventually managing the whole website and looking at all the customer touch point with a brand. So when we are starting a product or something, usually it will come from the UX. So the UX is start. If it's coming from research or problem with customer service or any issue with product, we understand what needs to be done and then we slowly move it to the design part.
Yeah, so kind of within the UX space, Michelle will brief design and then we basically create all assets, anything from packaging to the website design to content, photography, that sort of thing. And yeah, we basically service all of her needs and then the customer needs through that. One example that we did, which was a really simple update on the website, was on the mobile product page. The images we found at the bottom, we had to leave space because our thumbnails were overlapping on the image, and so we had to think about that when we were actually photographing to have the space for it. But by actually testing and moving those thumbnails off the image and onto the white space underneath the images, customers actually, it converted positively and customers actually clicked on it and then looked at more images than just one.
And we also discovered that surprisingly, customer is not scrolling so much to the side as expected. So
they require the actual thumbnail prompts rather than on a mobile you'd expect them to swipe.
Yeah.
Well, you'd expect them, but that's not what actually happens.
Yeah. The second example is part of the session replay that we have in Contentsquare. When you look at the journey, we discovered that a lot of customers get into the cart and then empty it and then just leave the website or just going back but not really convert. We did a test with trying to put our most convert pages and try to see if they will move to these pages, what will happen, and this was really successful. Much more customers click on the pages that they are going and much more of them are actually convert after that.
From a design perspective, it was just a simple ad of adding an upsell to an empty cart.
So part of our strategic roadmap is to look at each touch point of the customer through the journey and feed all the other channels. So at the moment what we are doing, we are doing two things. We looked at the flow, the best flow, let's say, where we want customer to go and how to improve each part of it. And then also we are working with each channel, how to create the right flow or the right landing page for them. In the flow, what we are doing, we know that each part of customer journey, we have customers that exit the website or move into other pages without we understanding why, and you can see it in the journey mapping in Contentsquare. So we try to change each part of the journey to improve it and make it better for customer to understand and also make the flow to be more organized, let's say, from product page to add to cart to actually checkout, for example. So at the moment, mostly the UX team, and we started now some of the performance team also to go live, but we are eventually checking everything and feed them with the changes they need to do. I think it's really helpful for them to understand because performance team just send in and can see conversion, but they don't actually understand what customers are doing, and by us showing them the journey and what customers are doing, they can understand better where to send them. So, yeah.